Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is Friday, October the 17th of the beautiful year 2025. And today we start with the main phase of our third and last of the major events in the 2025 PAL cycle. This is the PAL League, and we have three matches in total today, but two in this stream. We start with a Division 1 match between Shuichi and James, and then Division 3 match JURAVLJOV versus CEDL. Later this day at 20 UTC, as mentioned in the separate stream, we'll have a Super Division match between Le and Serenity. Yeah, so maybe before we start the match, let me show you the league standings. Of course, there are no matches played, but the more important for you is to let you know or to remind you what's the lineup for each division after the preliminaries are done. And yeah, we also have a super division. These are 5 out of 6 players who are already qualified for the Paldas Cup and would like to play some league matches as well. So they don't fight for the qualifying spots, they don't fight for the prize money, but they want to prove that they are worth their skill, their value. And we have their Merke, La, Rurchak, AV Geek, and Serenity. The only player who was qualified that did not decide to play is Tugi, who is quite busy recently, and decided to not to participate. Is already secured spot, and maybe we'll be back in December for the final tournament of the year, maybe only for the Paldas Cup. We'll see. Hello, James. Welcome in the chat. To go wasting his time with stupid NTSC 29 start max shots. Yeah, you see, people have their priorities. People have their priorities. Okay, so the main focus will be Division 1, where 3 out of those 6 players will get these direct qualifying spots, and the players are here. 3 European players, Robin from the Netherlands, Shuichi from Germany, and Sam from the United Kingdom, and 3 American players, Cobra, Hannah, and James. Today we start with the match Shuichi versus James. The players played against each other in the recent PDM in September, and James was the one who won this match, so Shuichi will be trying to get the revenge. In Division 2, we have Elias from Ecuador, Jani and Hepta from Finland, Michu from Poland, Zohasadar from the United States, and Tony from Switzerland. Division 2 matches, we have some of them already scheduled. Yeah, and on Sunday at 18 UTC we'll have Elias versus Tony, and on Monday, the same time, 18 UTC, Michu versus Zohasadar. From Division 1, we have also another match provisionally scheduled for Sunday, 19 UTC, Sam versus Cobra. One match from Division 3 scheduled so far, JURAVLJOV versus CEDL. Alongside with them, we have Mars from Canada and 3 Polish players, Świdr, Dobry, and myself. Yeah, and we can have the match of the Polish brothers, Świdr and Dobry, on Sunday, but I'm still waiting for the confirmation from Dobry, so we will see if this match will be played or not. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all develops. As mentioned, 3 best players from Division 1 will get those direct qualifying spots. A quick reminder about the rules. We play level 18 starts only, no line cap. SPS, controller, and handcam are the mandatory things for the event, and we play best of 9. Yeah, as we are in the league phase of the tournament, few words about the scoring system. 3 points for win not in a decider, so every win between 5-0 and 5-3. 2 points for win in a decider, so 5 for win is worth 2 points for the standing, 1 point for a loss in a decider, and 0 points for loss not in a decider. Top 3 of Division 1 advance to the top 16 of 2026 Paldas Cup. And I will show you the current standings in Paldas cycle, because in Division 1 we have all 3 players who are now provisionally who are now provisional on the top 3 spots of PDM standings: Shuichi, Sam, and Robin, and also Cobra and Hana, who are provisionally top 2 spots of the ELO ratings. We also have James in Division 1. James is a player who is the second after Cobra, who is like not qualified via PDM standings. So you can see Shuichi, Sam, and Robin, those 3 players, and then the first waiting is Cobra, second waiting is James. And in the ELO standings, we have a situation where Cobra, Hana, Yanni, and Duzhika will get the spots, and then we have Gunter, Jelena, and James. No Gunter, no Jelena in this tournament. James is playing, and today James will replace the 1601, 5th highest rating, with something higher for sure. There is no result of this match which will give even 0-5 loss against Shuichi will give James a higher rating than 1601. So James will improve his rating, his average of 5. James probably will be climbing in this standings as well. Yeah, so James currently not qualified via any of the paths, but with strong chances in being qualified via one of 3. So everything to fight for, and yeah, these players will try to show their best. And hello Cox J, welcome in the chat. Okay, so let me show you the player profiles. We have Shuichi with a comp PB of 703, James with a comp PB of 705, so pretty close in those 2 stats, but Shuichi with a higher ELO rating, 1790 at the moment, James 1645. So theoretically, hello Nitzrek, welcome. And so theoretically speaking, based on the ELO ratings, Shuichi should be 70 to 30% a favorite to win the match, but don't forget the last encounter between those 2 players in September was won by James. Shuichi played only 1 preliminary match, as one of the top seeds has to play only 1 preliminary round, won 5-4 against Hepta in a very dramatic match, but was able to get a 629 as the highest score so far. But as you can see on the losing scores and losing lines, had some early top outs, so it was quite of an uneven match for Shuichi. As far as James is concerned, very consistent in both matches. 5-1 win against Martz in round 2 and 5-3 win against Yanni in the 3rd round of preliminaries. James was seed number 7, so had to play 1 round more. And as you can see, 621, so not that far away the players are as far as the higher score are concerned, but James showed amazing survivability on level 19. Highest lines 215 one games. There was also 232 lines in one of the games against Yanni, and as you can see, combined has stats from losing scores and losing lines show that in order to beat James, you need to play long and consistent games. Will it be the case today? We are going to find out. Division 1. I have difficulties to pick the 3 players who could get those qualifying spots. Let's hope that the players we'll have this kind of situation, this group, that until the last match nothing will be sure, and we will have some dramatic matches. Maybe this one will be also a dramatic match. Let's find out. The time is there. Let me see if the players are alive. They should be live, and I will bring them to the screen just in a second. And here are our players. Okay, James says he is fine with the increment. Yeah, this is also the point I wanted to mention. It's up to the players what they wanna play. If Shuichi wants a reroll, we can go for reroll as well. And yeah, let me wrong playstyle the pieces for game number 1. The seat is on your screens: AD 9F E7, AD 9F E7. SHUICHI had recently also a very nice practice game. For those who haven't seen it, you can check the general channel on our server. SHUICHI posted this game. There was amazing survivability on level 19 speeds, almost 800k total score. Yeah, but what is 800k? James gets it for breakfast, for dinner, for supper, for everyone. James has like thousands of 800ks already, so this doesn't impress probably James at all. SHUICHI says increment is fine. Hello SHUICHI, welcome. And SHUICHI saying good luck, have fun to James. And it looks like both players are ready. So game number 1 between SHUICHI and James starts in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris, good luck, have fun players. And yeah, bring us your A game. Let's hope we can have a nice match. AD 9F E7. Yeah, the seats are correct. So we are officially in game number 1 of this Division 1 match. 3 best players of this division will get their qualifying spots for the upcoming 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. So we have, as mentioned, 3 American players, James, Hannah and Cobra, and 3 European players, SHUICHI, Robin and Sam. So yeah, we'll see if which continent will get more of those direct qualifying spots, or will one of the continents go with a sweep and 3 direct qualifying spots. Yeah, we'll see. So SHUICHI started with 76,000, Jace with 74, SHUICHI with another long bar for a Tetris. Yes, SHUICHI struggled somehow in this match against Hepta. Yeah, probably was a day off or something for SHUICHI, so I'm really curious how SHUICHI can come back to today. I think SHUICHI should be playing better. Yeah, James, as mentioned, showed a very nice performance on level 18, but had some struggles on some great survivability on level 19. This is what I mean. But had some struggles with the pace on level 18. So we'll see how well James can play today. In the match against Yanni, you know, those chase down of 50, 70, 80k, they weren't that difficult. James probably also had a 100,000 chase down, if I'm not mistaken. One game James tried to chase down the 150,000 lead of Yanni, but this was not possible at this amazing long game. But yeah, unfortunately the pace on 18 was too low. Yes, I'm really curious what happens when James hits a great pace on 18 and combines it with his 230, 250 lines game. What a score will we see on the board? SHUICHI also is a player who can play long, knows how to play this game. So I wouldn't be surprised if there will be a game or two where both players go over 200 lines. Of course, it's not happening every single day, but maybe today is the day, who knows? Shuichi 359, James 357, so we have a very close game so far. And at the same line count, Shuichi is 1 Tetris ahead, 427 against 406. Still 40 lines to go, so both players on a pretty decent paces in the opening game of this match. Yeah, so theoretically speaking, even 600k transitions possible on both boards. But will the game allow the players to get those scores? 521 for James, meanwhile 504 for Shuichi, so this time James is the one with a 1 Tetris ahead. And we are approaching the transition in about 15 lines. James 566, so James 1 Tetris and some skimmed lines away from a 600k score. Shuichi 2 Tetrises away. But Shuichi's board looks better. James so with a little bit more complicated one. And it looks like Shuichi... Okay, Shuichi needs to skim few lines. But gets a long bar for a Tetris, and Shuichi is going to skim into transition. 579 is the transition score for Shuichi, 576 for James. So we are very, very close at with the scores going into transition. Shuichi's board is kind of difficult. James's board is not ideal as well, but both players are going a great job and both players trying to survive. 584 for James, 588 for Shuichi, and both players are about to top out. 588 is the top out score for Shuichi, James 585, so Shuichi wins the game by 3000 points. GG's to both. Very nice opening scores. Shuichi 3000 points more. And hello Tolstoy, welcome in the chat. Yeah, take care of your heart. if you have some, like, you know, heart problems, maybe watching those matches is not the best not the best decision, because there might be some heart attacks today, who knows. Yeah, game number 1 already showed that both players are very well prepared and only 3000 points. This was the difference between the two players, and they are already ready for game number 2, so let's start it in a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Shuichi took this game. Yes, unfortunately both players transitioned with not ideal boards and couldn't survive them. But the paces on 18 were pretty good. Both players with like almost 600k transitions. This was a very impressive start for game number 1. And let's see what game number 2 brings. But Shuichi now put himself in a lot of trouble. There were 2 Z pieces and Shuichi didn't have any single spot on the board to put them without damaging the board. And now Shuichi is forced to burn. This is not the most difficult dig in the world for Shuichi, but he needs to stay focused. No misshifts are allowed in those kind of situations. Shuichi is doing a good job. Oh, and two Smash Boys, and Shuichi doesn't have a spot. Oh, another Smash Boy. Those pieces are not, and those Z's. Oh my god. So, oh, and another Smash Boy. So Shuichi. Okay. Shuichi should be fine. This board is damaged. James is running away with the score. Currently, James 120,000 points ahead. But Shuichi is doing a great job with surviving this kind of situations. Yeah. Shuichi cleaned up and then the squares ruined. That's right, yeah. Sometimes you do a great job, but then you get such a sequence that, as you could see, there was no single spot to put those Smash Boys without damaging the board. And James is currently enjoying a lead of about 120,000 after 50 lines. So James took the chance, James is ahead, and James is enjoying a pretty good pace in game number 2 as well. So maybe James trained a little bit of 18 since his last match against Yanni in the preliminaries. But now James's board is climbing a little bit, and James, okay, but James finds some good solutions. Shuichi goes for this dirty Tetris, 212 for Shuichi, 285 for James. When Shuichi once again is in a mid-stack situation, and Shuichi needs to stay focused as in the previous deck, but does a great job and is row 3 ready, gets a long bar for a Tetris, 241 for Shuichi, 256 for James. James is 4 lines behind. Now, yeah, 4 or 5 lines behind, is still over 100,000 points ahead. More or less the same line count, 140,000 more or less is the advantage for the American player in this game. Yeah, and Shuichi finally clean, finally in this column 10 setup. But as we are approaching transition in about 40 lines, it's probably most important for Shuichi, okay, to go for as many Tetrises as possible on 18, but to take care of the board before transition. It looks like Shuichi will need a lot of 19 in this game, because James is still clean, James is still going for Tetrises. Oh, and Shuichi once again falls into a little bit of trouble. So we have 322 for Shuichi, 463 for James, so James can have a back-to-back 500k scores. And Shuichi misdrops the J piece, okay, but it still can be possible to... Oh, but the misdrop of the L, and Shuichi is now in a very difficult situation and can't survive it any longer. A suffer game for Shuichi, tops out at 326, 051. James takes this game, and we have a 1-1. James, of course, if you want to play this game out, feel free to do so. And hello, Mitolex, welcome in the chat. Yeah, so let's see what James can do in this game. This will be another 500k score. James represents 540, but the board is in an unsurvivable situation, and James tops out at 542. 542, still a very good score. And as mentioned, it's 1-1 after 2 games between Shuichi and James. And the players are immediately ready for game number 3 of this match. And the game starts in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sorry, 3 to 1, I'm contacting you regarding your car's extended warranty. My bad. I need to train reading the bot more. Hey guys, while the players are in the very early stage of game number 3, let me remind you about the Macherino. We are currently at $75. There will be 50 more from my end in November, so there will be at least 125. But if you want to make this prize pool bigger, if you want to make the players happy, if you value their effort and have some spare money, feel free to click on the link in the chat and donate the amount you find appropriate. Macherino prize pool will be paid for the top 3 of Division 1, so both Shuichi and James have a chance to get a share of this prize pool. 50% for the winner of Division 1, 30% for the second place finisher, and 20% for the third place finisher. And let's come back to our match. 164 for Shuichi, 145 for James. So this time Shuichi was able to get one Tetris lead in the early stage, and this time James has some minor issues with the board, but to scheme few lines here and there, nothing dangerous. Of course, this costs a little bit of a pace, but yeah, James is fine. Shuichi was able to build a little bit of a lead, and this time Shuichi is having a clean game, which is very important after this this suffer game number 2. Looks like this time James can't find real pace in game number 3. $251 for Shuichi, 191 for James. 60,000 point is the lead for the German player, which is more or less 3 Tetrises. So we have 285 for Shuichi, 223 for James. Yeah, but James has this 2 wide hole in columns 3 and 4. Needs some pieces to fill out this hole. And this is not going the way probably James wanted. This will slow him down a little bit. We have 333 and we have a $5 contribution to the prize pool. Let me check who is this generous donator. And it's Cox Danny J. Thank you, Danny, for your contribution to the prize pool. Really appreciate it. So we are currently at $80. I didn't read the comment, my bad. What am I doing? Please accept my apology. Yeah, Tetris. Yeah, sorry for that, Danny. Sorry for that. Yeah, Tetris. Okay, let's come back to our game. We are approaching the transition in less than 20 lines. And Shuichi with 413, James with 375, and James building a finish tower in the middle of his board. Oh, and the finish tower is only big, and it only grows. And oh, and the one James can't avoid making the finish tower bigger. Those pieces are so bad. SHUICHI transition with 423. Oh, and James closed the well. James needs to reopen it and gets a long bar. And this might be a chance for James to survive. So SHUICHI is currently at 429, level 19. James will transition within the next long bar and gets the long bar 416. And SHUICHI is ahead by about 14,000 points. SHUICHI's board is very difficult. James's board is also difficult. This is looking very bad for both players. SHUICHI topped out and James is still in this game. 432 is the top out for SHUICHI. James, you need 433, but the board of James is very, very bad. I'm not sure if James can survive it. If James can survive this board and can chase down the score, this will be something, but this is not looking great. And James is trying to do, and James, oh no, James, one more time, James loses a game by about 3,000 points. 432. 672 for SHUICHI and 429, 300 for James. And SHUICHI takes this game. Oh my god, what was that? SHUICHI once again wins a game by about 3,000 points, and SHUICHI leads 2-1. Okay, so 3 games in. The players are ready. Game number 4 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, Tolstoy, what are these close scores? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, and the James with a nice tag of this J piece. And finally gets a Tetris. SHUICHI started with 115 after 22 lines. James skips the Tetris and gets another one. 21 lines, 75,000. So SHUICHI is 40k ahead. The same line count in the opening lines of this game. And James needs to fix the board. And is doing kind of a good job. It is column 9 ready. Oh, now SHUICHI with a little bit of trouble. James gets a triple, 98,000. And SHUICHI's board is very difficult and SHUICHI can't do anything more. SHUICHI tops out at 147, 452. This board fell apart very, very rapidly. And James, you have a target 148. 148 is your target to take this game. 148. You have all the time in the world to do so. You need like 20k more, a little bit less. Yeah, this game didn't go SHUICHI's way. SHUICHI had to suffer this early top out. And James is like only a few thousand points away, like 1 triple, but gets a Tetris, and James gets this game. James scores 164,963. And guys, after 4 games, we have our favorite score, which is 2-2. Yeah, Danny. After 4 games, we have decided nothing. That's true. That's true. Okay, so both players with 2 games on their boards, and yeah, you need to win 5 to win the match. So 3 more needed for one of the players, and the players are ready for game number 5. So let's start the countdown in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And SHUICHI once again. Hi. No, SHUICHI needs to be careful. Okay, reopens the well. And gets some schemes. That was a wise decision. SHUICHI probably learned his lesson that he can't go too high with the board. And SHUICHI is back with business. 82,000 for SHUICHI, 122 for James. So this costed SHUICHI only 40,000 points of a pace. So it's like SHUICHI is 2 Tetrises behind James. So yeah, of course, was able to capitalize on it, but this wasn't the longest dig in the world. So yeah, SHUICHI is still in this game. Well, now James, this is looking pretty bad for James, but James, okay, was able to bring the board manageable height, but creates a finished tower of Z pieces in the middle. Needs to bring the board down, so James also is kind of a high situation, and James will need to bring this board down. We'll need to scheme few lines sooner or later. Okay, and James does it. This looked scary for a moment, but yeah, this patience of James was rewarded. And we have now 224 for SHUICHI and 165 for James. So SHUICHI now was able to take advantage of James's situation, and SHUICHI got some good Tetrises, and SHUICHI is now enjoying a lead. Now James needs to bring the board down. James needs to bounce back in this game. And there is a Tetris for James. And a Tetris for SHUICHI. 294 for the German player, 201 for the American player. And we still have over 50 lines to go. Before transition to level 19. So still some good points can be scored. Oh, and James, what is James doing here? Oh, and those smash boys, but gets a long war in time and another one. So some friendly pieces to help James with this board. 386 for SHUICHI, 253 for James. And James gets another Tetris, 276 for SHUICHI, 409. So SHUICHI is running away with the score in this game. SHUICHI closed the well, but reopens it. Oh, and James is also high. James needs to do something with this board. Oh, and those pieces are not friendly at all. Yeah, but yeah, James is able to bring the board down to a relatively manageable height. Shuichi 505, James 348. And we are approaching transition very soon, so players be aware of what's going on. Oh, and James made a really weird placement of the LPs, but it still can be survived. James needs one good piece to open the well and gets this piece. And now would like to see a long bar to lower the board, because the board of James is very high and James transitions, and this board is probably unsurvivable, and Shuichi will take this game as James tops out at 380, 920. James fought well to survive, but couldn't bring the board to a manageable state before transition, and Shuichi wins a game. But finally Shuichi wins the game by more than 3000 points. And Shuichi is on level 19, has his Malen right now. So let's see if Shuichi can survive, but can't survive any longer, unfortunately. And 571, 791 is the final score for the German player, who leads 3-2. Okay, so Shuichi is one game away from guaranteeing at least 1 point for the standings. James would need to win 2 in order to get at least 1 point. The players are ready, so game number 6 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, so we have Shuichi with 114,000, James with 73. Oh, and what was that? This was probably a double flip of an L piece, and this will make James's life a little bit complicated. Oh, and this is looking pretty bad for James right now, and can't get anything with the Smash Boy, and James tops out at 99,560. And I'm afraid, yeah, this double flip, yeah, this was the game losing move, unfortunately, for James. And Shuichi is good. Shuichi leads 4-2, which means Shuichi won't go home empty-handed in this game. Shuichi is guaranteed at least 1 point no matter what happens. And James now needs to win 2 games in order to force a decider. Otherwise, Shuichi will take all 3 points home for this match. Yes, so James in a pretty tough spot. Needs to win 2 games in a row, and yeah, Shuichi needs to win only 1 game within the next 2 to get all 3 points for the standings. Just to remind you guys, you win 5 points, 3 points for winning not a decider, so 5-0, 5-1, 5-2 or 5-3 results, 2 points for a 5-4, so decider win, 1 point for 4-5 loss in a decider, and other losses from 3-5 to 0-5 are worth 0 points for the standings. Yeah guys, please increment the game, and it looks like you did. So, the players are ready for game number 7, which starts in a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And James starts with building a tower, but gets got a long war in time to get a Tetris to bring the board down. Shuichi with some tucking setup. James is in a little bit of a high situation. Oh, and James needs to be careful. James needs to stay alive in this game. James can't afford topping out. Oh, but those pieces, they are not friendly whatsoever for James. And is there anything James can do to survive this game? I'm afraid not, and James will top out at 78 to 80, 78 to 80, and Shuichi is safe. Shuichi takes the game and a match 5-2, and Shuichi takes first 3 points home. And Shuichi, of course, if you wanna play this game out, feel free to do so. It's your privilege as a match winner to have your victory run. Yeah, unfortunate series of events for James, especially in the second part of the match. I hope, James, you can come back stronger for the next matches. Yeah, this one loss doesn't, cross your I don't know how to say it in English. It doesn't, disqualify you from fighting for those 3 spots. So you can still come and bounce back. I hope you will. Yeah, definitely the performance you showed in the match against Yanni doesn't ruin your chances. Oh, this is what I meant. Yeah, thank you very much, Cox, Danny J. My, English skills are not always on point, but I'm happy to have you guys here in the chat. Thank you very much for any help you provide. Yeah, so this is you're an English teacher. Okay, so when I have problems, I can contact you. Okay, I hope your teaching won't ruin my my finances. And hello, CEDL. Welcome in the chat. Yeah, so CEDL, we're officially done with this match. There is a match. This is a victory run for Shuichi going. Shuichi can play this game out, as always. Okay, Danny. Okay, understood. Yeah, so Shuichi is playing this game out, and yeah, in this stream we'll have one more match, guys. We will switch from Division 1 to Division 3. This will be the match between JURAVLJOV and CEDL, and the match is scheduled for 18 ETC, so should start in about 15-16 minutes. I think we will take this time for a break. I kind of think I need to do some stuff, you know, and yeah, we'll be then back for the match. But let's see what will be the final score for Shuichi in this match. And Shuichi transitions with 560, so a very decent transition score. And let's see if Shuichi can finish the match with a 600k score. And this board is looking a little bit complicated. And I'm afraid Shuichi can't do anything more, but 570 731 is more than enough to take this game. And here is your match winner, Shuichi. Congratulations, Shuichi, for winning the match. You are getting 3 points for the standings. And hello, Rurchak, welcome in the chat as well. Yeah, the first match of Division 1 is already in the books, and it's won by Shuichi. And here are your match stats. After 7 games, we have Shuichi with highest score of 588, James with 585. Actually, these were the scores from game number 1 for both players. And yeah, as you can see, even if James had those 2 early top-outs in the last 2 games, his losing scores are better than the ones of Shuichi. Yeah, so James, even if getting like 2 worse games, is still able to produce decent stats. Yeah, so this is our first match of the day. It's in the books. And yeah, let me see if the standings are working. Looks like they are. Yes, so Shuichi is the first leader of Division 1 with 3 points. And guys, for those of you who are asking what the column DE means, it's direct encounter. So yeah, the players are classified first on points. If they are tied on points after all matches, we take the direct encounters as the second criterion. So the matches between the players with this or among the players with the same score. And only then, as a third criterion, we have the difference between games won. Oh, that's a good one. I think I made a mistake in the formulas, Shuichi. It's a very good. Yeah, this is my bad in terms. Yeah, that's what I did, and I will fix it during the break because it looks very pathetic. So sorry for that. I will fix it. Thank you, Shuichi, for pointing that out. Yeah, the formulas for the other divisions are not adjusted. It's like ranking all players together, which is not the case to be. So yeah, please accept my apology for not preparing those standings professionally. My bad. I will do better next time. Okay guys, so we are going for a break. The match between JURAVLJOV and CEDL, the Division 3 match, will be played will be played in 10 minutes. But I have also an important update for you. Shuichi by winning this match against James crosses 1800, so Shuichi is back for a 1900 plus player and is only 2 elo points behind Robin. So pretty interesting situation. Now we are going for a little bit of a break, and we'll be back for JURAVLJOV versus CEDL. So don't go anyway. Come back in 10 minutes for the second match of the day. Okay guys, we are back after the break for the second match of the day. We are now in Division 3 and this will be a match between JURAVLJOV and CEDL. Both players lost their preliminary matches 2-5. JURAVLJOV against Tony, CEDL against Mihu. JURAVLJOV was able to get a 430 in this match. At the highest score, CEDL 376. Comp PB and ELO rating also in favor of JURAVLJOV 1487 versus 1455 and comp PB 544 and CEDL 497. So CEDL yet to score a 500 score in the competitive Paldas match. 32 ELO rating points difference between the two players. So according to ELO odds, JURAVLJOV should be a 55 to 45% favorite to win this match. Quick reminder about the rules. We play level 18 starts with no line cap. SPS, controller and handcam are the mandatory things, and all the matches are played in a best of 9 series with 3 points for a win, not in decider, so everything from 5-0 to 5-3. 2 points for win in a decider, so 5-4 win, 4-5 loss is 1 point for the standings, and 0 points for everything between 0-5 to 3-5 loss. Top 3 players of Division 1 advance to the top 16 of 2026 Paldas Cup, so the players from Division 3 can't get this direct qualifying spot, but they still fight not only for the best spot in the Division 3, but also can improve ELO rating, and at the end of the year, 4 highest players from the ELO standings who are not qualified via the other events will get those qualifying spots as well, so something to fight for. And during the break I was able to repair the brackets, so SHUICHI, if you are still here, you can enjoy it and see that it's all now working. Yeah, now it all should be fine. The results are now compared within the divisions, so it looks now as it is fixed. Yeah, so alongside with JURAVLJOV and CEDL, we have Mark from Canada and 3 Polish players, 2 brothers, Świdr and Dobry, and myself in Division 3. So we'll see. Division 3 seems to be a pretty close one in terms of a skill, so difficult for me to point who should be the favorite to win this division, who should be the favorite to finish in top 3 of this division. So let's hope we can see some good matches between among the players, and let's see that both CEDL and JURAVLJOV prepared something for today. And yeah, the scheduled time is there, so let me see if the players are live. And it looks like they are. I'll refresh their streams and I will bring them to our screen in a second. And here they are. JURAVLJOV on the left, CEDL on the right, and CEDL says ready to go. Okay, and players, of course, as always, it's your decision if you want to go for the increment or for a reroll. It's your decision. What you decide will be played. And this is the seed for game number 1, which is B9 44 81, B9 44 81. And CEDL with this hover tree. And JURAVLJOV is ready. So, game number 1 between JURAVLJOV and CEDL starts in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Good luck and have fun, players. And we have a seat mismatch. JURAVLJOV started. Oh, JURAVLJOV has the wrong seat, 89. So players, please stop out. Please stop out. We will get a new seat, and we will start once again because JURAVLJOV has the wrong seat, and you will get a new seat for game number 1. And be careful of those B's and A's. Be careful of those. We have 48 A5 BE, 48 A5 BE. And apologize, accepted, JURAVLJOV. It happens to all of us. We simply need to pay attention to those seats. 48 A5 BE. 48 A5 BE is the seat. And the players are ready. So game number 2, game number 1, take number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And this time's seats are correct. So we are officially in game number 1 of the match between CEDL and JURAVLJOV. And JURAVLJOV started with a misdrop of this T-piece. This might be annoying. But get some good piece and a nice flat long bar scheme by the Russian player. And it looks like... oh, yeah, I said it looks like JURAVLJOV might be fine, but... oh, but this is looking difficult for JURAVLJOV now. JURAVLJOV needs something to survive it. He gets the long bar over, gets another piece, and the Russian player is fighting for his life right now. Oh, and the misdrop of this S and the long bar, and this will be it. JURAVLJOV can't survive this situation and tops out at 43,700 points. Which means CEDL is good and CEDL takes takes game number 1. GG's. So CEDL, you are fine. Your eyesight failed you. Oh, that's unfortunate. It looks like a good pace by CEDL. So let's see. CEDL can't do anything more. CEDL tops out at 234,460. Yeah, so 1-0 for the German player. Yeah, so CEDL agreed for increment, so JURAVLJOV, if you are fine, you can simply increment the first 2 digits to 59 and we can then start. Old age is not a joy. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm also an old fart, so I can fully understand you, JURAVLJOV. No worry about it. And JURAVLJOV is also ready, so game number 2 of this match starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. F9, A5B. Yeah, so we are good in game number 2. When Žuravljov misdrops the long bar, no needs to get something to the left, and there were no good pieces for Žuravljov. And Žuravljov now needs to suffer. He gets a long bar to bring the board down, gets another long bar, and still needs something to burn this down. Oh, and overshifts the Z piece, and now Žuravljov is in a lot of trouble, and I'm afraid Žuravljov can't do anything more, and Žuravljov tops out at 17,100 points, and CEDL is already good. CEDL leads 2-0. Yeah, so unfortunate for Žuravljov. This game number 2, CEDL takes advantage of it and leads 2-0. 119-320 is the official score for CEDL, which goes into the books. Subtle plays well. Oh my god, I haven't seen this type of, a way of writing subtle subtle nickname. I think I need to save it somewhere. I hope Saddle you you are not not angry with the new way of writing your nickname. What a ride! Yeah. What a ride, Saddle. Yeah. Okay, so Saddle is ready for game number 3. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. So Žuravljov. So game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And hello, Hepta. Welcome in the chat. Me neither. I also wasn't ready for that. But you see, every single stream can surprise you. Hey, by the way, Hepta, I heard some unfortunate news from Mörke today that he's not participating in the Finnish championship. It's kind of a sad. So who's the favorite now to win it? Will you allow Akato to play with a keyboard, or will Akato play with a controller? Yeah, and he's gonna, sleep deprived, yeah, as always. Might be you, okay. Will Akato be there or not? Will Akato be playing with a keyboard or with a controller? Okay, let's come back to this match because Saddle is kind of high. And we have Saddle in a very difficult situation, and Saddle can't do anything more. Saddle tops out at 35,340 points, which means that this time Žuravljov is good, and this won't be a sweep. Žuravljov takes the game with 1-2-3, 120. 1-2 after 3 games. And Žuravljov is ready for game number 4, Saddle with hover 3. So let's start the game in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, by the way, Shuichi asked about Zuli. I hope Zuli is doing well. I haven't seen him playing Tetris anywhere for a while. Hope he's doing well. Okay, so we have CEDL with 25,000, JURAVLJOV with 25, and JURAVLJOV with a pretty difficult board. Okay, so Hazuli will be there. That's cool. That's cool. 52 for JURAVLJOV, 52 for CEDL, but both players with their own issues to solve. And JURAVLJOV's board is pretty high, misses the T to the left, and JURAVLJOV's board is in a lot of trouble, and this will probably an early top out for JURAVLJOV with 20 lines and 55-480, which means CEDL is good, and CEDL takes this game, leads 3-1. And hello Jedi Evan, welcome in the chat. Yeah, this is our second match of the day. The first was won by Shuichi, 5-2 versus James. And yeah, we'll have also a Super Division match later today at 20 UTC between Le and Serenity. Tomorrow there will be no matches because, yeah, I have some family you know, meeting tomorrow, so no matches tomorrow, but we'll be back for Sunday. There are 2 matches already scheduled with a potential of having 3, and then something will be played on Monday if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we are going to have yeah, some matches going. There are total 55 matches that have to be played until the end of November. Yeah, so we'll have to play a few of them at the same, few matches at the same time, at the same day, sorry. Yeah, so CEDL, in case you missed, you won this game. So you can top out whenever you want. But it looks like a very decent pace for CEDL, and still yet to score a 500k in comp, so I think it has sense to let CEDL play this game out. This looks like a very decent game. I hope, JURAVLJOV, if you don't mind, if CEDL play these games out, because the pace is really good. But CEDL doesn't want to play this game out. And CEDL with 386, 840 tops out. Yeah, I kind of don't understand your decision, CEDL. You didn't top out immediately after you won the game, and then you decided to top out after 90 games with a potentially comp PB pace. Kind of I don't understand, but of course it's your decision, it's your game. But was kind of weird for me. Okay, so we are waiting for the readiness from both players then we can start game number 5. Yeah, 8C is now the seat. 8C, A5, BE. And JURAVLJOV is ready, CEDL with hover 3, so game number 5 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. TM. Oh, we have some nice Nice things from the bot. We had this warranty in the previous match. Now we have Tetris TM. So classic Tetris bot is kind of surprising us. In my mind, I wanna believe Merck is actually, Merck wrote me today that that he is not going to finish championship and that he is willing to play some league matches during the weekend. So I don't know if this kind of message kind of changes the thing you are seeing the situation, you're viewing the situation after, but yeah. But unfortunately for Merca, there are no opponents available for him to play during the weekend. Because Rochak is not available and the AV Geek is playing in the wrong version tournament in Portland. And the other two players, La and Serenity, are playing today. And as there are only 5 players in this division, I'd like to let the players play on a similar pace, the matches. So I don't want one player to have, played 2 matches and the other 0. Yeah, there are only 10 matches in Super Division to be played in total, so yeah, we'll wait till the other players are back, and then you can see Merca back playing in the correct version, correct playstyle events. Oh, and CEDL once again with a great pace, 214,000 after 48 lines. But now this board is kind of complicated. But CEDL is doing a great job. JURAVLJOV is kind of high, but gets some good pieces and is able probably to survive it, but gets the Z piece when the board doesn't have any single spot to put it. And JURAVLJOV with 86,226 for CEDL. So 135 for JURAVLJOV, 275 for CEDL. And this looks like a very decent game for CEDL. The previous one looked very decent, and this one as well. Okay, but now CEDL needs to be careful, but gets the long bar over, which is good. Oh, and CEDL now, CEDL files, this will be a top out. CEDL with 333,640, 333,640 tops out. So JURAVLJOV, you have a chase down. 334 is your target. 334 is your target to win this game. And JURAVLJOV needs to be efficient to do so. So JURAVLJOV probably needs to go for those Tetrises. JURAVLJOV doesn't feel like playing 19 is the case for today. So JURAVLJOV needs to get 3 more Tetrises and has only room for 2, so level 19 will be needed for JURAVLJOV to take this game. JURAVLJOV will need to play some level 19 to win this game. This one Tetris on 18 will not be enough. Juravljev needs to play some lines on 19. Juravljev is on 324, so needs 8,000 points more, and Juravljev's board is not in a good spot, and Juravljev will top out with 325, 460, which means CEDL is good. CEDL takes this game and leads 4-1. Yeah, unfortunately, there were not too many points left for Juravljev on 18. Juravljev couldn't survive any longer on 19. CEDL takes this game, and CEDL is guaranteed at least 1 point for the standing, as he won 4 games, so CEDL won't go home empty-handed. And Juravljev needs to win 3 games in a row if he wants to get a point at least. So, the players are ready. Game number 6 starts in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, so Juravljev was finally able to bring the game to transition. And guys, CEDL is 4-1 ahead in a match, and not a single game over 100 lines. The longest game for CEDL in this match was 97 lines, and CEDL is still 4-1 ahead. So we have a CEDL with 95,000 and a pretty high board, and Juravljev 107 also with pretty high board, so both players in pretty difficult situations, and Juravljev's board is falling apart. Juravljev can't do anything more. CEDL, in order to win this match, you need to get 109,000 points. 109,000 points is what you need to win this match. And one more line, and here we have it. CEDL takes the game and a match 5-1. And CEDL, as a match winner who's still in the last game, feel free to play this game out. Feel free to have your victory run. And we have a rate. We have dice rating with a party of 1. And Germany won. Yeah, 2 matches played by the German players today and 2 wins. 2 very decisive wins. Yeah, unfortunate match for Juravljev. I hope Juravljev can come back stronger for your next matches in this league. Still 4 matches to go, so you'll have your chances to come back. And yeah, I hope you can play better. I hope you can be more satisfied with your performance. Okay, so CEDL is having his victory run, and can CEDL have at least a 100 line game? At least one game of 100 lines in this match? Yes! This is a fact. So CEDL with at least one game of 100 lines at least. And CEDL tops out at 245 100. And here is your match winner, CEDL from Germany. Congratulations! You are earning 3 points for the standing for this match. Well done, CEDL, well done. A very, very decisive win. So CEDL from Germany is your winner. Congrats. Yeah, so here is CEDL, and here are your match stats. 386. Yeah, so CEDL wasn't forced to get crazy scores, but was consistent enough, was able to outpace JURAVLJOV or outlast JURAVLJOV in this match very, very consistently. Yeah, see you later, JURAVLJOV. Yeah, please train more. Leave the wrong version alone, and yeah, come back stronger. 4 matches to go, so yeah, you can still improve your situation in the standings. Yeah, I will show you the standings just in a second, but I need to make sure that those formulas in the those tables are working fine. I don't want to embarrass myself as after the first match, and it looks like they are working fine. So here we have our updated standings after the first match in Division 3. CEDL with a very nice 5-1 lead. Will it matter at the end of the league? We will see. As mentioned, first tiebreaker is the direct encounter, so yeah, maybe the game difference won't matter for the final standings, but winning a 5-1 is a very, very nice thing, and CEDL also gets a very nice improvement of his ELO rating from 1455 improves to 1479, so gains 24 ELO rating points for this win as against JURAVLJOV. In the game I lately topped out, I misdropped and paired with achieving a new comp PV. When I really need the points, I decided to quit. Yeah, so CEDL, yeah, it is what it is. The most important thing is that you won this match. You have 3 points for the standings. You are the very first leader of this division. And yeah, then you have 1 Canadian and 3 Polish players to play against. Yeah, I will have to check when I can play my matches. Of course, I will come back to you guys when I know how to arrange the things. But first, I wanted to, yeah, you know, to stream some other matches of the other divisions so that we can make the things going. And yeah, I will join. I will join soon. I think I will play some matches in October as well. So I think this should all work. Okay, so guys, we are done for the first part of the stream. We'll be back in about 1.5 hours for our super division. So this is division for the players who are already qualified for the Paldas Cup. And they wanted to play, and they wanted to have some fun as well in October and November. So they are here: Merkel, Rorschach, AV Geek, and Serenity. These are these are the players, and the first match, Le versus Serenity, will be played today. Yeah, and let me see if we can have someone to rate. Of course, there will be a very important thing happening in Portland, and there is a Classic Tetris 247. I haven't seen this channel, so I didn't know that they have so many channels, but why not? Let's rate Classic Tetris 247, and yeah, we'll be back, guys, at 20 UTC, so in about 1.5 hours for Le versus Serenity. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.